They might be able to deal with it. We gotta keep the pressure on, and it looks like some are gonna slip through now. They've made an upgrade with one of their power-ups here, but I think we're gonna win this one if we can keep at it here. Hello and welcome to another Iceberg video. Today, we've got a new episode of Bloons Tower Defense Battles 2, and I'm going to continue the series that we started in the previous episode, where I compared two weapons and figured out which one is better. Last time we worked with the Engineer and the Druid, and this time we are going to figure out who is better between the Wizard and the Alchemist. Just like last time, we're going to have 2 rounds for both of these weapons to find out what they can do. And we're going to have the Dartling Gunner and the Druid Monkey to help support us. And we've got Oban Greenfoot as our hero, obviously. First game of the episode, and we are going to be starting off with the Wizard Monkey here. My opponent's got Oban Greenfoot, so we'll see what happens. First game is underway, and we are going to start. Why is it already laggy? Alright, my opponent's got the hero. I'm going to start off with the Wizard Monkey, and we're going to go for the Fireball right off the bat. I think Oban Greenfoot can deal with those. On our end, I think we can set up a Druid Monkey here. Gonna go and set up the Hardthorns on this one. Some Bloons are already escaping. We get first blood very early here. And my opponent sets up the Dartling Gunner. I don't think it should take too long to get the gunner across for our side, and there we go. Underway, and we're going to put him right on that spot over there where the balloons spawn. Got advanced targeting and focused firing underway, and we're going to send out some balloons here. Trying to catch them a slight bit off guard, and my opponent's made a couple of upgrades with the Dartling Gunner. Just going to keep sending out balloons until we get a lot of money, and then we're going to upgrade our towers. Actually, as a matter of fact, I haven't set out my hero yet, so we're going to do that. White balloons underway. It seems like my opponent can do just fine with these two, but we're going to set up the Heart of Thunder. Go for the Intense Magic as well. I'm having a bit of a struggle dealing with those white balloons. They may have made a couple of upgrades since then. And if so, they're being put to good use. They've got the Pilot as well. That's an interesting call. I think they've already got the Pilot in pursuit, and we can make some upgrades here. I'm going to go for... What does Monkey Sense do? Allows the Wizard to hit camo balloons. That's going to help us later on here. Just going to wait for the purple balloons, and there we go. And we're going to set up heart balloons as well. Purple balloons are one of the weaknesses for the Wizard Monkey because they can resist fire and probably lightning as well, if I'm not mistaken. Every weapon has their own risks, to be fair. It's possible that a couple of balloons might slip through here. They might be able to deal with it. We got to keep the pressure on, and it looks like some are going to slip through now. They've made an upgrade with one of their power-ups here, but I think we're going to win this one if we can keep at it here. That's game! And it's going to be a clean sweep once again to start off this episode. Just like what happened in the previous one. An ideal start for us here, and a good performance from the Wizard Monkey on this one. So we're going to move right into the next battle. And this is the second round with the Wizard Monkey. I'm not a big fan of this map, so we'll see. Castle Ruins, that should be good. Never mind. The garden's alright. I could work with that. My opponent's going for Oban Greenfoot once again. So we'll see what we can do. So what are we going to do this time? I'm going to wait and set up the Dartling Gunner here. And my opponent's doing the same thing. Gonna put it right here. Gonna get the focused firing and faster swivel. It might be a bit of a risk. Gonna try... I might set up another gunner later on. We're gonna set up the Wizard Monkey right about here and go for the Fireball once again. Both sides trying to send out green balloons now. Yellow balloons underway. The gunner can deal with that all by himself from what I'm noticing. Our side, though, might need a bit of help. Wow, they're already going for a power-up here. My opponent set up a Wizard Monkey as well. We're going to set up the Druid Monkey right next to the Wizard here. And the Hard Thorns have just been activated. A couple of balloons starting to slip through, but I'm pretty sure the Wizard can deal with that. They've set up Oban Greenfoot as well. It's anyone's game as to who breaks first. We'll see if those white balloons can do any damage. I want to say they can deal with it. They've got a bit of pressure on us, though. I think we got to get some upgrades in. Heart of Thunder, we get First Blood, but a couple of balloons are starting to slip through. We're going to go for Guided Magic, Arcane Blast, whatever we can do. I think my opponent's gone for a second Dartling Gunner, and they've gotten rid of the Wizard Monkey here. Already set up Laser Shock. Double Dartling Gunner is the way to go. So I'm going to set one up as well. We're just going to play Copycat here. My opponent has gotten rid of his hero. Set him up elsewhere. That's an interesting call. And he's gotten rid of him again? What is he doing? Those Dartling Gunners are really helping him out here, but a couple are barely slipping through. We're going to set up some Heart Balloons now and see if that's going to make any difference. Doesn't look like it will. And they've set up, I just realized, they set up a Spike Factory in case a couple of balloons do end up slipping through. Zebra balloons are underway. My opponent's going for the purple balloons here. Getting a bit more pressure on them. And now a couple are starting to slip through here. We are being very attack-minded, and it's working Of course they go for a sync right as I'm about to say something. We still won this one. Did they rage quit? I'm not entirely sure what happened, but 2 games and 2 wins with the Wizard Monkey. So we'll see what the Alchemist can do. I mean, I don't really want to say that these wins were just because of the Wizard Monkey, but I will say, even though I haven't even set up a lot of upgrades with him, he still provided a very solid effort. We'll see if the Alchemist is going to provide any sort of difference in the next game. Alright, so my opponent's got a modded version of Oban Greenfoot.
Say what?
We're underway here, and we're going to go with the Alchemist right off the bat. Gonna set up the larger potions. My opponent goes for the Dartling Gunner once again. I don't blame him. What are those darts? Are those like Nerf bullets or something? I haven't seen that before. Gonna set up the Druid Monkey as well, because a couple of balloons are already slipping through. We're gonna set up the Dartling Gunner now. My opponent seems to be doing well with that, so the plan here is to level the playing field. My opponent set up his hero. A couple of balloons are starting to slip through on our side, and I think the problem is we haven't really made a lot of upgrades. That should be very helpful here. My opponent set up a Monkey Buccaneer. That is going to be a game changer. Already getting some upgrades as well here. Might need a couple of upgrades to the Alchemist here. Don't really think that's making too much of a difference. We'll set up the Thorn Swarm and the Heart of Oak. I don't know what sort of trap. I think it's from the hero, but it's getting rid of all of those balloons, and now it's gone. If we stay consistent with these balloons, then a couple might be able to slip through. They go for another Buccaneer, and they go for a power-up as well. It looks like a power-up that we don't even have, or maybe it's just a decal. Also, the gunner's a little inaccurate at the moment. We gotta set the target back. A couple might slip through. We're gonna go focused firing and laser shock. They can deal with it, but that was pretty close. And my opponent set up another Darkling Gunner. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I feel like I'm playing Copycat a bit too much, but hey, it works. Gonna set up some Zebra Bloons here. It looks like they can deal with it. And see if these Heart Balloons will make any sort of difference. You have a bit of protection, but it looks like we are gonna get first blood just barely. They set up a power-up right as a couple of balloons slipped through. They've got a couple of camo balloons, excuse me, lead balloons underway. I always confuse the two. Do we have the Heart of Thunder yet? Now we do. We'll see if they can deal with these purple balloons. I want to say they can. They probably only... Oh, no. They've got the lead camo balloons, and that's going to decide the game right there and then. Bit of a shame, because the Alchemist provided a decent effort in this one, I would say. We do have an upgrade for one of our towers here. Doesn't look like it's with the Alchemist. It's with the Druid. It is Jungle's Bounty, and it generates cash every use. That could be helpful. We're going to open the battle chest as well before we head on to our final battle of this episode. And we've got a multiplier on this one, on for 30 minutes, so we'll see what we can do with it. Dino Graveyard, I'm going to take a risk. Skip map in the wall. My opponent's okay with that. And my opponent's got Benjamin. This is going to be interesting. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. I'm going to say wait up and set up the Darkling Gunner. My opponent's going for a pilot here. I'm going to say set him right about here. Oh, that might not have been the right option. We're going to set up the Druid Monkey. See if they can deal with that. Not an ideal start. My opponent's got the Engineer. And he's just sold him and brought him back. We're going to set up the Alchemist now. Just place whatever we need to place. And we're going to get some upgrades with the stronger acid and larger potions here. Gonna set up some balloons as well. We haven't done that. Looks like my opponent can deal with that pretty well. The engineers got the pins underway, so I'm just gonna keep sending these out and try and get a bit more cash on us here before we do anything else. My opponent's a bit passive in terms of sending out balloons. I'm gonna set up another Darkling Gunner here onto the other side because that's where my opponent's balloons are coming from. Set up focused firing and advanced targeting here, and my opponent's got another Engineer. My opponent sold one of his Engineers across and replaced another one. I think he's trying to sort out upgrades with these Engineers. Light balloons are underway, and it looks like they can deal with them. These pins are making a difference. But are they doing enough, though? It is possible that some of these balloons might slip through here. And my opponent goes for a power-up. So forget I said anything. We're going to go and upgrade the Druid here. We'll try the Heart of Vengeance and the Heart of Thunder. And for the Alchemist, I'll say Acidic Mixture Dip. And go for an upgrade. We haven't done any upgrades with this Darkling Gunner. Faster Barrel Spin and faster Swivel, I'm going to say. We'll set up Oban Greenfoot as well. And we'll set up another Druid Monkey. Go for Thorn Swarm, Hard Thorns here. Just plan to get whatever we need to get. My opponent's got a lot of sentry guns on that bottom side here. Who's gonna break first? Gonna set up another Alchemist over here. Larger potions, I'm going to say faster throwing as well. The Acid Pool I've heard is pretty good. We'll put up another Alchemist on this side. And set up the Acid Pool eventually. Double Zebra Bloons. I think they can deal with it. They're also pretty expensive, so... Now we'll set up the Acid Pool here. There's not a lot that we can do to deal with Camo Balloons, so you know what? I'll set up a Darkling Gun over here and go for advanced targeting. Rainbow Balloons underway, and it looks like they can deal with that as well. Lead Camo Balloons. Can they deal with those? It doesn't look like they can. They set up the Sniper. Trying to time it perfectly. It looks like it's gonna slip through anyway. You've got a lot on them, and that will wrap it up. They've used the lead camo balloons against me, and I've learned a lesson this time. You're not getting the best of me if you don't use that. Wait. Overall, this was a pretty solid episode. 3 wins out of a possible 4. In terms of who ended up doing better, this one was dangerously close. But I'm going to say the Wizard Monkey takes it for going 2 for 2. But heading into future Bloons Tower Defense episodes, both of these weapons are on the lookout. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you in the next video.